Now that you've logged into your account, you want to start customizing your website so it looks exactly the way you want. And to do that, you will need to add, remove or edit images, as well as editing a bit of the text and adjusting the buttons. So this video is all about that. So this is part 2 out of 10, so keep an eye for more videos coming soon. So you want to customize your website to look a little bit more like your own style. Head to your Squarespace login account, log in here and choose whatever method like you selected to log in into your Squarespace. Click here, in my case was Google, and we are now at the dashboard. The dashboard will always look the same. It will always be like this. And to have access to editing your website, you click on website or the image. And we are then into the back end of things. So to edit the actual website, again, go one more layer into the editing and click edit right there to the top left. And here you are now having access to the back end of the website. So say this image here is a bit too formal. We want something a bit more casual, something that shows a little bit more what we are about. And to do that, you will be clicking here and clicking replace. Once you click replace, you have two options: to upload from file or select from the library. If you have not uploaded any assets to the website, you will be selecting from file. So select from file, and here I have a folder of images I can choose from. I quite like this one. Let's choose this one. And as you can see here, that image looks a lot better than the previous one. So nice. But I'm not quite sure about the size of it. Can we change it? Yes, we can. You can drag it and make it smaller and transfer to any part of this. While you have your little squares, you can add that image. And if we want to come back to the original size, we can just drag back again. Let's drag this here. There you are. Now we are back to our original size. Okay, and this is how you edit your image. Now, would you like to add an image? That's okay. We can definitely add an image. And to do that, you will click out of any blocks that you might be selecting, click out of it, and you will see that right at the left hand side you will have add block. Click on that and you will be prompted with a number of options to choose from. Since we are talking about images, we will select image, and then this white square will appear. And you can place that square anywhere you want your image to be located. And then to add an image to that square, you can go to the toolbar up at the top, click edit, and then again add image, upload file from your desktop, and you can select another image. I quite like this one. Let's use it. And while that loads, I want to show you that now that the image is loaded, it isn't quite the way I wanted. I wanted that image to be a little bit more landscape, and that here is a bit more sort of like the original portrait form. So to do that, to actually get the image to fill that gap, fill that space, you can click in edit, in design, apologies, and fill. And like that, you can see that the image is now filling that space a lot better, right? So fit is how it was and fill it's how it is, but it's not quite focused on the point I wanted. So I come back here to content, and you can see this little white circle. Let's move that about to see if we can get a better there you are. I wanted to show the phone. I moved my circle, and as you can see, now I can focus on the part of the image I wanted. So to make this image a bit bigger, I can drag one of the corners and make it bigger, or I can make it smaller. And to delete that image, you can then go and click delete. Image gone. You made all the edits you want to your image. Now you want to save. To save, you click on the save button on the left hand side of your page, and always remember, whenever you save something on your website on the back end, it automatically publishes to the front end of the website. So like your visitors will be seeing edits as you go. Okay. Now that we edit the image, let's focus on editing a bit of text. So for example, exclusive services. I don't quite like that. Let's say something else like work with us. Work with us. Did you see how I do that? So you will hover your mouse on top of the text you want to edit, and then you will click on it, and then again our toolbar will come up to the top. Click on the edit, and then you can type here whatever you want to write. You don't want the quite blue that's showing, you want something black, not a problem. You can come here and pick one of your theme colors, or you can custom and bring all the way down to black, and that changed the color font. But that is like heading 1, and heading 1 is our biggest heading. But I want that quite big. I want a bespoke size. I want this to take up all of this size here. So this is when we choose this button, and ta-da, very big. And then we just tidy up around it. Okay, don't want quite big as that, like that. Let's just reduce it. That's more like it. And that's how you move the text. You grab and drop. That is how you edit your text. Now, you would know already the heading 1 and heading 2s, and the headings in general have a function. They are not just for size. So if that is not a heading 1 appropriate text, you can come here and change to heading 3, change to heading 4, change to heading to paragraph 1, paragraph 2, paragraph 3, and you will see that each one of them are already amended for you automatically. So this is how you edit your text. The actual styles have been defined by your designer if you have worked with us. And if you have not worked with a designer, you will have defined the styles yourself. And I will show you in a future video how you can do that. Now that we edit like our images and we sort of like edit our bit of text, I want to show how to edit a bit of the a button. Let's add a button. So I see a lot of text down here. I'm just tidying things around, but this is not bringing me anywhere. It's just giving me the title and then the description. I want a button, and to do that, I will click on this section, and again, right back at the left top side, you click on Add Block, and then you will search here within these blocks for a button. And whenever you click on the button, there you are. A big, nice button has appeared. It's a bit too long for me, so I'm going to make it a little bit smaller so it fits a little bit better. And I don't want to it to say learn more. I am going to double click on the button, and I am going to say buy now. And you see that like now my button has changed, and I wanted to attach a link to that button. Button always brings you into a particular place or a particular function, so you will attach the link to either a page within your own website or to an external URL of your choice. So you can add that here. And that is how you make a button. Now it's lost sort of like this more rounded padding shape, so we just adjusted that, and the button's now back to what it was. Now I want to change that button style to a secondary button, and like that you see that now it's not filled, now it's just the outline. Or I can come back to my primary button, which is just this one here. Yeah, you want to duplicate the button. You can come here you can click on the item, and scroll all the way down here right before the delete option to this option here, which is a duplicate option, and then you have duplicated your button, and you can do that as many times as you need. Okay, so in this video we learned how to edit images and change this size of them, how to edit the text, and how to adjust the size and the specific style of the text. And we also learned a little bit about the buttons. So on our next video, it will be all about adding and removing pages. So I'll see you soon.